Imagine you are in New York City in the early 1990s. It is a rainy evening. You see the yellow taxis, the bright lights, and thousands of people walking fast. But let's look closer. Inside a small, warm coffee shop, a group of friends is sitting on a big, comfortable sofa. They are laughing. They are talking about their bad jobs and their complicated love lives. They don't have much money. They don't know what the future holds. But in this moment, they have each other. And for them, that is enough. Now imagine two people watching this scene from a distance. Their names are Marta Kauffman and David Crane. At this time, they are not famous. They are writers in Hollywood, but they are struggling. Their last show was canceled. They feel like failures. They are worried about their careers. One day, they started thinking about their own lives when they were in their 20s. They remembered living in New York. They remembered that special time when your friends are your family. They realized something important. When you are young and starting your life, your friends are the people who save you. They are the ones who listen to your dreams at 2 a.m. Marta and David decided to write a story about this. They didn't want to write a show about doctors or lawyers. They wanted to write a show about nothing and everything. They wanted to write about that short period of life when your friends are the center of your universe. They sat down and wrote a simple 7-page plan. They called it Insomnia Cafe. It was a story about 6 people who hang out at a coffee shop. It was simple. It was honest. But would anyone want to watch a show about 6 normal people just talking? Marta and David took their idea to the big TV networks. They were nervous. In those days, most shows were about families or famous people. But the network liked the idea. They changed the name to Friends Like Us, then 6 of 1, and finally, just Friends. But now they had a new problem, a huge challenge. They had the story, but they didn't have the faces. The show would only work if the 6 actors felt like real friends. The search was long and difficult. They looked at thousands of actors. They found Matt LeBlanc, who only had $11 in his pocket when he auditioned for Joey. They found Courtney Cox, who was already a bit famous, but she wanted to play the organized and competitive Monica. They found Matthew Perry, who brought his own unique, sarcastic humor to Chandler. Slowly, the pieces of the puzzle came together. Jennifer, David, and Lisa joined the group. When the 6 actors stood in a room together for the first time, something magical happened. They didn't just act like friends. They actually liked each other. But the road was not easy. Before the first episode aired, many people in the industry doubted the show. They thought the characters were too young or too sad. Some executives even wanted to add an older character to give the group advice. Marta and David said no. They fought for their vision. They knew that the magic of the show was the independence of the group. They wanted the characters to figure out life on their own. Imagine the night before the first episode premiered in 1994. The director took the 6 actors to Las Vegas for dinner. He told them, "Enjoy this. This is your last night of anonymity. Once this show starts, you will never be able to walk down the street again without being recognized." He was right. When Friends started, it was like a lightning bolt. Millions of people watched it every Thursday night. But it wasn't just a TV show. It became a mirror for a whole generation. People started going to coffee shops more. They started getting the Rachel haircut. But more importantly, they felt less alone. Whether you were in New York, Brazil, or Japan, you felt like Rachel, Ross, Monica, Chandler, Joey, and Phoebe were your friends too. The show lasted for 10 years. We watched them get married, have babies, and grow up. The biggest conflict happened when the show finally had to end in 2004. It was an emotional day for the whole world. The actors were crying. The creators were crying. It felt like a real goodbye to a part of our lives. But did it really end? Today, decades later, people are still watching Friends. Teenagers today love the show as much as their parents did. Why? Because the technology changes, the fashion changes, but the human heart does not change. We all still need someone to be there for us when the rain starts to pour. What can we learn from how Friends was born? It teaches us that your most ordinary feelings are actually your most powerful tools. Marta and David took their own loneliness and their own memories and turned them into art. They showed us that the simplest stories about love, work, and friendship, are the ones that last forever. As you finish this story, think about your own friends. Think about the people who make you laugh when you want to cry. Life is difficult, and the future is often scary. But if you have a sofa and a few good people to sit on it with you, you are richer than you think. Thank you for being here. Learning a language is like building a friendship. It takes time, it takes heart, and it's better when we do it together. Keep practicing. Keep dreaming. And I'll be here for you in the next story. Goodbye for now.